Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mid Morning. You hear their names whenever there's a disaster, you hear their names when there's a crisis, and when they're fundraising, but maybe you don't know everything they do. So this morning, we're going to talk with the Executive Director of the United Way for the Golden Triangle region, Renee Sanders. Thank you for joining us here at the table.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. So, having been a former board member of the United Way,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I understand better now what the United Way does, but not everybody out there really does understand. Kind of the United Way is your connection to agencies to get help, right?
That's exactly right. It's taken me 10 years to articulate what United Way does, so here it is. United Way is a multidimensional, volunteer-led nonprofit that oversees donor dollars with integrity. We have 25 board members that help me operate this, and we have currently 24 agencies under the umbrella, and we raise donor dollars to help those agencies do the good deeds in the community.
Right. And so basically the process here too is that, you may donate to the United Way, and that money is basically distributed to all of these organizations that fall under the United Way's umbrella.
That's exactly right.
So from Girl Scouts to Helping Hands, Loaves and Fishes. I'm just trying to think of a few off the top of my head, but there are a number of them.
They are, and there are 24 this year. We had 32 applicants to apply, and there is an application process. We just don't randomly give out the money, so agencies do have to apply. And we have now agencies in all 7 counties that we serve.
Yes, I was going to get to that application part because there's a committee of board members, and what they do is they look at these applications and really look and see who's asking for what, how much they're asking, all of that.
How they're going to spend it, right? They go look at their books. It's called our allocations team. It's made up of volunteers in the community. Anyone can be a part of the allocations team. So we're always looking for volunteers to get involved with United Way in that aspect. And what you'll do is you help us figure out if these agencies are actually doing what they say they're going to do with the money.
And other thing, you also have a team at the United Way that helps you fulfill this mission. Kind of talk about your team behind the scenes there.
That's right, my team. It's a tiny team right now, but don't worry, we're going to find some others that will help us. We have our office manager, Lisa Henderson, shout out to Lisa, and then Christian Bradley, he's our VISTA coordinator, and then Angela Williams, she's our office assistant right now. But we'll have interns that will come in from the W and from Mississippi State that will help us do the mission of United Way.
That's always helpful. And we touched on this briefly, and we may have enough time in this segment, but you talked about the counties, all 7 counties, and that's Winston, Choctaw, Webster, Oktibbeha, Noxubee, Lowndes, and Clay.
That's right. We're the full Golden Triangle plus the region.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Kind of talk a little bit about getting the message out that it's not just Lowndes and Noxubee counties anymore.
That's right.
This United Way branch has really expanded very quickly in the past couple of years.
Yes. Unfortunately, the United Way in Starkville closed around 2020. And just last year, the United Way of Clay County closed. United Way Worldwide reached out to our United Way and asked if we would expand our services to those territories. And our board unanimously said yes. But now we are also serving and reaching out to agencies. So Starkville Strong, the Boys and Girls Club in Starkville, Bully's Pantry on Mississippi State's campus, they're all agencies of the United Way that are currently receiving funds. But we got to make sure that we can continue giving them those funds. That's why we're here today to talk about funds.
Absolutely. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about how you can donate to the United Way. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, everybody. Renee Sanders with the United Way of the Greater Golden Triangle region, or of the Golden Triangle region.
Correct.
But I like greater. I don't
Do you
know.
like greater?
All right.
Greater. As long as it stays GTR, we're fine.
There you
Yes.
go. All right. So, Renee, one aspect of your job, and it's a big one, is going to companies and talking with them about setting up campaigns. It's also setting up a campaign to get the word out about United Way, to get donors, all of that kind of stuff. Kind of talk about what you're in the middle of right now. You're in the middle of that season.
That's right. We're doing a spring mini campaign where we're going to different companies and asking their employees for a payroll deduction, giving a donation from their paycheck. We ask for a fair share, and a fair share is 1 hour's pay from your paycheck. However, I know that we're living in difficult financial strains right now, and people have tight budgets right now. What my real ask is for individuals, whether they're in a company or whether you're at home listening, is to analyze your own budget. Look at your current budget, and if you eat out more than twice a month, stay home 1 month, stay home one dinner, and give that donation to United Way. If you drink 2 sodas a day, take away 1 soda and give that soda to United Way. Just reallocate us in your current budget.
You know, that's a really good way to think about it. And also having it come directly out of your paycheck is a way that you can kind of set it and forget it.
That's exactly right.
And budget around. Another big fundraiser is 50K Your Way is a United Way fundraiser.
That's correct.
One that I remember working on as a board
Yes.
member and
Thank you.
was always a lot of fun. And that will be here before we know it, because
Exactly.
I remember the heat is always so hot. The kickoff
That's
and the
right.
money giveaway for that.
That's right. We're going to give away $50,000 on September the 4th. We like to have 5 winners that walk away with $10,000. The tickets will be $100. This is a huge campaign fundraiser. This is year 3 for me. Year 3, can
It
you believe
is.
that?
Wow.
And so our goal this year is to sell 3,000 tickets. And we have not sold 3,000 tickets in the past, but guys, that's the past. We are going to sell 3,000 tickets. Can't do it by myself, though. I've got to have the help of my 7, my Golden Triangle and the region. I've got to have the support of all of the businesses, companies, school districts, anyone that's willing to help, not just buy a ticket, but just support the United Way in any means possible.
And one of those ways, and it's good to go ahead and get that 50K Your Way out there and rolling. But one of the ways I remember you used to talk to us, and you said, follow us on social media.
Oh,
Share, share our accomplishments, what we're doing.
That's right.
And that helps get the word out in the community as well.
It does. And it will really benefit us if those that have received any type of benefits or services or support from United Way, talk about it. Let us know. If it's something bad, I don't have a problem asking for someone to talk about that. But when we're doing good things in the community, we would really appreciate people letting us know that United Way is helping.
Yeah, and you can always get more information at your website.
Yes, it is liveunitedms.org.
There you go. All right, thanks so much, Renee, for
Thank you for
joining us
having me. I
this
appreciate
morning.
you.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. And that is just a preview of a few things that you can learn about the United Way of the Greater Golden Triangle region. All right, in some other news, a 9-year-old girl in Utah has had her life changed by an act of generosity. Now, as David Begno tells us, her generosity is changing the lives of others.
I want to do different things like cut my own food without asking for so much help.
What else?
And doing your own hair.
As soon as I figure out how to do that.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
She's 9 and a little nervous. Cameras have a way of doing that to you. She's the heart of this story because of a single act that sparked a ripple of kindness and triggered a chain reaction fueled by the generosity of people she's never even met. Remy Bateman was born without her left forearm and hand. She's been using a prosthesis, commonly referred to as a prosthetic arm, since she was 6 months old. Helpful, but it doesn't give her the ability to independently move fingers. Last year, her mom Jamie came across a social media post for Open Bionics and its 3D printed multi-grip hero arm. Each finger has its own motor, making it possible to grip everyday items with precision. Remy and her family from Salt Lake City met with Open Bionics for an initial fitting. The hope was that insurance would cover it.
You are doing really good.
Yay!
Insurance said no, that it wasn't medically necessary.
Insurance might say, I understand that would help, but like, she doesn't need it to live. It's a cosmetic improvement. What would you say to them?
I would say, why don't you try to live with one hand? I do understand that you can live just fine without it, but imagine what you could do if you had two hands. I feel like the whole world is built around having two hands.
Without insurance, the bionic arm was $24,000. Like many Americans with medical needs not covered by insurance, Remy and her mom turned to crowdsourcing. Her story made the local news, and they raised $24,000 in just 4 days.
When you hit 24,000 in the GoFundMe, did you think, well, we'll just stop there?
Initially, yes, but I actually was contacted by a very nice man, a CEO in Texas.
It was Andy Schoonover, the CEO of CrowdHealth, a subscriber-based crowdfunding platform for medical bills. He called the Batemans after seeing their plea for help on social media and said, I want to buy the hero arm for Remy. That is where this story takes a turn.
But then I looked at her and I said, guess what, Remy, we have $24,000, but you already got your arm paid for. What do you want to do with it?
Help more kids!
Why did you want to do that?
So people can actually have a life-changing arm, like me.
I love you for that. I love your heart.
Across the country in Maryland, 9-year-old Taj Johnson was also trying to raise money for a hero arm. He was born with a partial left hand.
We've been looking for different types of like prosthetics or maybe surgeries, something to help give him some type of usage of his left hand.
And like Remy, Taj's health insurance company said denied.
That kind of hurts because you're telling me that a kid being able to function with daily like tasks, something as small as feeding themselves, getting dressed, you're telling me that that's not medically necessary.
But these are everyday important things.
Yes. Yep. Things that you need to be able to do to survive.
When the denial came in, what'd you think you'd do?
I sat and thought long and hard because I'm like, I can't just ask for donations and ask for help. Like, times are hard as it is for people right now. Like, what can we do?
Taj's mom, Caitlin Skinner, started selling lemonade, but only raised $1,500 in 4 months. Then she got a call from Remy's mom.
We wanted to offer your family, our GoFundMe got so much love and support from everybody. We wanted to pay the rest of what Taj needs to get the hero arm for himself for you guys.
Oh my gosh, we are so grateful and thankful because I really just sat here today and was thinking like I wasn't able to do this for Taj for Christmas, but maybe like next summer we'll be able to get it done. Guys.
Have you met Remy?
Not yet.
No. What would you like to say to her, Taj?
Thank you for paying for my prosthetic, and I hope we'll meet one day.
Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? That'd be great. One day. I'm sure you'll meet her one day. Yeah, that's my guy.
Taj and his mom drove to New York City to meet with Dan Green, who will make the mold that will become Taj's hero arm. And guess who else arrived in New York at our invitation?
Hey Taj, how's it going, bud?
Good.
Good, how you feeling today? Good, you excited again? Yeah? Ready to get the next step done?
I drew a picture.
Sweetheart.
It's for you.
Remy brought Taj a special gift.
Thank you, Remy.
Remember that lemonade they were selling?
You trade me lemonade for your robot arm. Thank you, Remy. You're welcome, Taj.
A new friendship forged through the kindness of strangers. The donations for Remy continue to pour in. So you know what she's done? Pay it forward. She's used the funds to help 2 more children purchase their hero arm. 11-year-olds Faith from Florida and Gio from Peru. As for Remy, she is thrilled to have fingers that function.
Awesome! I love it.
The hero arm makes even the smallest things a triumph.
Wow.
Yeah!
Look at that, Rems. Yay!
You know, friends, Remy's story isn't just about overcoming obstacles. It is about giving others the chance to overcome theirs.
Hello, camera. Bye, camera.
Welcome back. You've probably seen or heard the ads, generic versions of weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy for a fraction of the cost. The loophole that allowed companies to produce these is about to close. Allie Bauman has more on what that could mean for manufacturers and their customers.
You've seen the ads everywhere. Off-brand versions of GLP-1 drugs for weight loss like Ozempic and Wegovy. Brianna Sims lost 100 pounds in 2 years.
This medication has done wonders for me.
Many consider GLP-1 drugs miracle fixes for obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease, but they've been in short supply. In 2022, the FDA allowed compounding pharmacies to make copycats, and they're cheaper, as low as $165 for some, compared to around $1,000 a month for the patented versions. But the compounded drugs come with higher risk, according to CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
They're not identical, and these compounded drugs have not been studied for safety and effectiveness in humans.
The shortage now over. Compounders have to stop production.
Ending the shortage and putting some of these compounding pharmacies out of business will limit access for many people.
But one compounder is refusing. The CEO of Hims saying it will keep offering access to personalized treatments. Sims is weighing her options.
I do plan on being on this medication for the rest of my life. Then I'll have to see if I could switch to an oral version of the medication or pay out of pocket for the retail price.
And Novo Nordisk, the maker of Ozempic and Wegovy, argues the compounded versions of its patented drugs are dangerous. Dr. Gounder expects this fight to end in the courts. Allie Bauman, CBS News, New York.
A zoo in Wisconsin said it closed its popular penguin exhibit to the public. The move came to protect the animals from bird flu amid an outbreak affecting millions of poultry, dairy cows, and wild birds in multiple U.S. states. The Milwaukee County Zoo said on February 19th it was keeping its Erb and Nada Mahler family aviary closed out of an abundance of caution to protect our avian population. The aviary was closed on February 6th, according to the zoo's website. All right, she wanted to be a classical pianist, but instead became a Grammy-winning singer. We look back on the life and career of Roberta Flack when we come back. Welcome back. Singer Roberta Flack has died at the age of 88. Her publicist says she was surrounded by family at her home when she passed away. Stephanie Elam takes a look back at her career.
With soulful lyrics and piano prowess, Roberta Flack knew how to dazzle a crowd.
Killing me softly with his song.
Known for ballads like 1973's Killing Me Softly with His Song, she bent music to her will, combining classical art with jazz and rhythm and blues. Born February 10, 1937 in Black Mountain, North Carolina, Flack was a piano prodigy. In a 2012 NPR interview, she said her voice was a gift, yet she wanted to become a concert pianist. But in the 1950s, the chances of a black girl becoming a professional classical pianist were slim. That didn't stop her from pursuing her dream. And at age 15, she received a music scholarship to attend Howard University in Washington, D.C. But while in grad school studying opera and classical piano, her father died. Flack put her career on hold, returned home, and took a job teaching music and English.
I got to a point, well, I don't want to teach music anymore. I just want to sing. I lucked up on a little club in Washington,
where she met jazz musician Les McCann, who was instrumental in getting her signed to Atlantic Records. And in 1969, the songstress released her debut album, First Take. Her music gained little attention until Clint Eastwood asked to use one of her songs.
Ever I saw your face.
The film, Play Misty for Me, pushed The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face to #1 and scored Flack her first Grammy.
when I first heard the words, "killing me softly with his song," just the sound of those words together had such magic for me.
She recorded more than 20 albums throughout her 5-decade career, with hit singles like Feel Like Making Love. The balladeer also tackled social and political issues, like in the song Tryin' Times. Nominated for 14 Grammys and a winner of 4, Flack is also known for her humanitarian efforts. She advocated for music education for underprivileged youth. Flack suffered from a stroke in 2016. She recovered and continued performing. In 2022, the Killing Me Softly singer was diagnosed with ALS and retired. Flack didn't fulfill her early dream of becoming a concert pianist, but her classically trained approach helped her charter her own course, leaving a distinctive mark on popular music.
All right, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We'll see you next time on WCBI Mid-Morning.